Thanks for starting your Tuesday afternoon with us. I'm Michael Aaron alongside meteorologist Scott Covert. The weather word of the day is dreary.
It is dreary. It's overcast.
Weather.
Great nap weather.
But just wait until 12:30.
Just wait until 12:30. Take a look here at what we're tracking outside. Radar shows those showers off to our east and west. We're kind of in between right now. So we're dry in downtown Little Rock. Not everyone's dry though. Let's take a closer look. And you can see those spotty showers moving through Hot Springs, Ola, parts of Yell County. It's all generally pretty light rain. You'll occasionally find a heavier downpour, but it's going to be pretty brief if you're one of the lucky few. Most of this activity has been developing off to our south and west, places like Dirks, Murfreesboro. That's where we would expect to find those showers to continue to develop over the next few hours. We'll keep a slight chance of rain in your forecast. It's not going to be a washout by any means, but about a 30% chance you may find yourself under one of those passing showers. Temperatures aren't going to change much today. We'll see a high of 64 degrees by this afternoon. Once the sun sets around 4:59 tonight, temperatures don't drop off too much at all. In fact, we're going to continue a warming trend that takes us into the 70s by tomorrow and Thursday. And as you can see, much better rain chances arriving the second half of this week. We'll talk about the timing of those and how much rain you can expect coming up here in just a few minutes.
Scott, thank you. The death toll from Friday's tornado outbreak is now up to 88 people in 5 states. That includes 74 people in Kentucky, where more than 100 people are still missing. President Joe Biden will visit the area tomorrow to survey the damage. Mayfield, Kentucky suffered some of the worst destruction, including a candle factory where 8 people died. Officials say it could take years to recover, and those recovery efforts are already underway in Bowling Green, where Gabrielle Harmon has the latest for us this afternoon.
Here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, search and rescue continues for another day, and officials say they are doing a much more extensive and detailed search to make sure they find those that are still missing. I'm going to move out of the way so you can see exactly what they're doing today. You can see on vehicles, they have a spray painted X's on them, and they are doing that on homes as well. And what that means is those vehicles, those homes have been searched extensively again to make sure that no one is inside and that they can begin to remove all of the debris and things that have been destroyed from the storms. National Guard is here today. That has allowed for search and rescue officials to be alleviated to continue on in their search, as well as allowing officers to do their everyday duties and jobs. And right now they're missing people. They're still within the dozens according to officials. So this search is going to continue. They say it could be weeks, it could be months, but they are going to do what they can to make sure that those that are missing, that they are found. And they want to remind those that are at home that if you are safe, to remain there, to remain safe. They understand that there are so many people who want to volunteer and help, but keeping you safe during this time is also very important. In Bowling Green, Gabrielle Harmon.
There's incredible images there. While the president plans to head to Kentucky tomorrow, several Arkansas groups are already in hard-hit parts of Kentucky and also here in Arkansas. The American Red Cross of Arkansas is providing a 24/7 shelter in Jonesboro for those who lost homes or are currently without electricity.
It's heartbreaking out there seeing all of the damage that's been done, and at Red Cross, we want to do as much as we can to provide relief for those families.
They're also conducting damage assessments, passing out supplies, and giving out blood donations. On top of cleaning up and assessing the damage, many are starting to worry about Christmas. It is just 11 days away now, but people in Northeast Arkansas refuse to let this tragedy ruin the holidays for their neighbors. Sarah Herbakowicz shares a story of support from Monette.
In the days following the tornadoes that ripped through Middle America, people are just starting to assess the damage of their homes.
We were still so devastated. I mean, I couldn't think straight.
It's personal for people like Pam Holden after storms blew through her home in Monette, Arkansas.
And so we haven't been up there yet. We haven't even been up there yet to see all the damage it's done.
But instead of focusing on what she's lost, she's looking to the helpers.
It was a scary thing, but everybody pulled together in this town. They do.
Helpers like Diane and her daughter Claire from neighboring town Paragould.
We're hoping to be Santa's helpers.
Yeah. So in a Facebook group that's looking to connect people with lost items, Diane and Claire wanted to connect with anyone that needed help with this year's Christmas list.
I mean, I don't need presents under my tree. I have everything I could possibly want and need, and they don't have anything, and it's just so devastating. And if that were to happen to me, I would want the same in return.
They've adopted at least one Missouri family so far, looking to help wherever they can.
We got the little girl a Christmas outfit. It's so cute.
And amid the debris from Missouri to Manette, finding hope in helping one another this holiday season.
You're not going to stop Christmas from coming because that's just not going to happen. We're going to go right on and have Christmas.
Even through the tornado.
Even through the tornado, it doesn't make any difference. The Christmas spirit will be here.
THV 11's Sarah Herbakowitz reporting for us. Governor Asa Hutchinson is expected to talk about the ongoing recovery efforts in Northeast Arkansas and other states during today's weekly news conference that is set for 1:30 this afternoon, so just less than 90 minutes away now. You can watch that on THV11.com, the THV11 app, and our YouTube channel. Today's update comes as the state continues dealing with jumps in cases and hospitalizations. Now, we did see some relief yesterday. 275 new cases were reported, and our active cases actually went down pretty significantly, but we can't say the same for our hospitalizations or deaths, I should say. Right now, 510 people are fighting COVID from a hospital. That's 24 more than Sunday's number, and 17 deaths were added to the state's total. That is less than 200 away from surpassing 9,000. Pfizer continues to boost its offense and defense against COVID-19. A late-stage study of its COVID-19 pill shows it was 89% effective at reducing the risk of hospitalization and death from the coronavirus in high-risk people. Pfizer says it submitted its data to the FDA for emergency use authorization. If approved, it could become the first antiviral drug on the market developed specifically to target COVID-19. That announcement comes exactly 1 year since the first American received a dose of Pfizer's vaccine. Now more than 200 million Americans are fully vaccinated. Nearly 3/4 of Americans have received at least one dose. A new CBS News poll found 57% of Americans say they're somewhat confident the vaccine protects them from serious illness and variants. 42% say they're not concerned about the Omicron variant. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky says there's still a lot we don't know about the new strain, and getting your vaccine and booster could be key to keeping you safe.
And so really we want to bolster our immune protection to fight against this variant that has a lot of mutations. And so yes, we would really like people to get doubly vaccinated and then get their booster when they're eligible for their booster.
The poll also found that nearly 1/3 of people who are vaccinated have no plans to get their booster. While doctors say that vaccines remain your best bet for protection against the virus, we've made progress on other treatments like monoclonal therapy, that pill we were just talking about too. But what about chewing gum? Yes, you heard me, chewing gum. Josh Sidorowitz verifies if it can actually help slow the spread of COVID.
Well, not just any chewing gum, supposedly a special type that's being developed at the University of Pennsylvania. So, to verify what this is all about, I went to the person at Penn leading this research and also a virologist unaffiliated with the project for her analysis of the data so far.
This is a new approach that we have been developing.
Dr. Henry Daniels says this specialized gum is laced with a protein that can trap the virus in your saliva before it has a chance to bind with similar proteins on the surface of our cells, which is how the virus infects us.
And then it's immediately killed. It's neutralized.
And so far, initial studies like this one published in the Journal of Molecular Therapy show it significantly reduced the amount of virus. An antiviral gum might seem novel, but virologist Dr. Grace Roberts told us the methods used in this study are standard virological techniques. However, she cautions all the experiments so far have been done in a lab, not on people, where there'd be a lot more variables that could affect the gum's use. So, yes, we can verify researchers are really working on a gum that could reduce COVID transmission. However, it is too early to say if it's something that could actually work in the real world.
Josh Sidorowitz reporting, something to keep an eye on there, and something else that people across the state are watching. Today's primary election to fill a vacant Senate seat in Northwest Arkansas. The reason for that? Jim Bob Duggar. The reality TV star from 19 Kids and Counting is among 4 Republicans in the running for the open District 7 seat. The election comes less than a week after Duggar's son Josh was convicted in federal court of receiving and possessing child pornography. 2 Democrats are also seeking their party's nomination. We'll have more on today's election tonight right here at 5 and 6.